and it was fine.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood you, yeah.
But now the gates, we
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
close the gate.
Well, I noticed they put all
We're live.
the garbage cans up on top.
All right, before we get started, something new has come down. We get federal funds from our Title VI, with Title VI and ADA. So before every public meeting, we have to read this little statement here, and so just bear with me. So we'll do that before we call the meeting to order. As a recipient of federal funds and in support of Lawrenceburg's efforts to ensure non-discrimination and equal access to all citizens, the city gathers statistical data regarding participants in city activities. Therefore, we have provided a voluntary Title VI public involvement survey at this meeting, and it's located back on the back wall if you want to participate. You are not required to complete this survey. However, this form is anonymous and will be used solely for the purpose of monitoring our compliance with Title VI and ADA. So I did what I was supposed to do. All right, so what I'd like to do now is call the Board of Works meeting for March the 1st, 2021 to order. If I could get a roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Sure. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
All right. Fellas, I have no announcements for this particular meeting unless either one of you do.
I have none.
I have none, Mayor.
Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Board of Works tonight, I have no new or old business. Do either of you have anything that you wanted brought up?
No. Nope.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and I need a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Make sure we can slow down a
How
little bit
these
so Mark
meetings
can
go
get
when
that.
we got an audience?
Don't laugh at us, Barb. Okay, next I'd like to call to order the Parks and Recreation agenda, or meeting for tonight, March 1st, 2021. If I could get a roll call, Mr. Fetty?
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Present.
Board Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements. I've got, I do have one. If you've noticed over at Arch Street, trucks have showed up with our new playground equipment. We're actually 2 weeks ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing. It looks like we're getting our piece of the work done this week, which is, I believe Mr. Howard's over there doing some excavating and getting all that rubber out of there and things like that. And then I think we've got, in 2 weeks, we have installation will start.
All
Great.
right.
So that's exciting stuff. So I can't wait to see it, to be honest.
Great.
I think it's gonna, if it looks like anything like the one up on the hill, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So, okay. That's all the announcements I have for this meeting. Anybody got anything else they want to share? Yes, sir.
Well, since nobody's talking. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I spoke with Mr. Joe Hughes, Blacklist, across the street. Just kind of feeling things out, just checking in, see how things are going, and because I take my kids down to the skate park quite a bit, one of our parks. Just asking him what his thoughts are, and if none of you guys have ever met him or talked to him, this guy is an amazing gentleman. I mean, he really has a great outlook for these young people in this community. It's not just a skate shop. Well, especially not just the Lawrenceburg skate shop, because people are coming from all across Cincinnati, coming this direction, and I mean, he's found some niches in the internet market. Just he's doing great over there, and just it's really inspiring talking to him, hearing about his commitment to the young people and having an activity for them. That being said, there are some maintenance things that I think we'll probably want to talk through with the current skate park, and some potential future improvements that maybe we can make over in that area. So I just want to put that bug in your ear, and then just really give him a props for the great job he's doing. And I mean, 17 years he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a long business.
He's a young guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Done very well. He's got a heck of an online business.
Oh, it's incredible.
His internet sales are
Yeah. Yeah, go talk to him sometime. You'll be inspired, and it's way more than business. It's about these young people too. It's really a really neat young man.
he has a heart for it.
Yeah.
He really
So
does.
I just
Yeah. He's done some we call it skate
clinics.
clinics
Yes.
before, and I know that Main Street, as I believe, may be talking with him currently about maybe doing something again.
Yeah.
Once, because last year we couldn't with COVID and everything, but I know that yeah, he's got a huge heart for the kids around here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty cool to talk to him.
Richard mentioned to me before the meeting that they've got something in the works for some kind of clinic or something down there at the community center as well.
Good.
Yeah.
with Joe.
Good.
Yep.
That's good. That's
Exactly.
the kind of stuff we want. So yeah, good stuff. Any other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Previous meeting. Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. For Parks and Playground, I have no new or old business tonight. Either of you or any of you have anything you want to bring up?
One thing, I guess, with the community center, just kind of, I try to touch base with Richard about once a week and just hear some of the changes and things going on down there. There's some good things and a lot of excitement for the future. But we also have a lot of space to fill, a lot of time to fill for these rooms that, some opportunities.
Yeah, Richard and I had a really good meeting this past week, talking about some things. And I think he's got a really positive outlook of how to maybe improve upon some things, introduce some new things, and, still maintain if you want to call it, the old things. But what we are looking at, just so everybody knows, and council's aware of this, we got Mr. Todd looking at a project. We're gonna spruce the place up. Flooring, paint. On the inside, for now, they're gonna have a new welcome desk in the middle of the lobby. Gonna have a monitor that will be telling you where things are located inside, so you know which room you're going to. On top of it, some other things, we're replacing furniture that may have been ripped and whatever. We're replacing the furniture, we're replacing some games, whatever. I told Richard, I says, right now it's all about, it's sort of a new slate, and let's make it as nice as we can down there. We think that there's quite a bit to do inside, and then we're going to focus on the outside as well, because the outside needs some updating as well. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done any updating down there. Needs to be done. So I look forward to that too. It's going to be fun.
I think it's a little bit of rebranding too, just kind of getting it back to young kids programming. I was surprised the other day. I drove by the Dollar General and there's kids all in their karate stuff going into the adult center. I thought, man, that's great. I'm glad they're doing they're doing programs there. But it's like we have this incredible facility, and if you guys haven't been through the community center, and there's even a room almost about the size of this that has mirror walls, for so which would be great for dance or even some of the taekwondos and karates and stuff.
Do
So
my weekly Pilates down there,
that's
Justin. Well, maybe I don't, but no, you're right. There's going to be a lot of good opportunity down there. I know that Richard also is talking with Sarah over at the Adult Center. They've got a new beginning, so to speak, over there too. So they're looking at ways they can do things that work for each. Try not to duplicate.
Right.
Good ideas. Okay. Anything else, new or old?
Your Honor, just with the adult center, it's time for another quarterly payment to them. I've requested that they start to get together some financial data for us. We told them June for financial data, get them 2 quarterly payments, but I just wanted to put that on everyone's radar. They haven't asked for the money yet, but we did commit to do
Every 3 months.
quarterly. Yeah, every 3 months. So that would be maybe at the next meeting we could vote, or you guys could have a favorable, or however you want to do it.
We have our monthly meeting coming up sometime, right?
Tomorrow, but
Tomorrow night.
we're on the, comprehensive
Yeah, no.
meeting, comprehensive plan.
I'll get with Ken and let him know that ours.
Yeah.
He could probably Mr.
You-
Bondor could pass it on to him.
He's gonna be there tomorrow night?
We
Okay.
talked earlier.
You'll be there then?
I'll be there,
Okay,
yeah.
good,
Yep.
okay. All right, we're good then.
Is that comprehensive plan? Well, I know the adult center meeting's kind of been by the seat of our pants, really. I don't think there's a set day or,
The comprehensive plan has got 3 or 4 or 5 dates involved with it.
Right.
are they all, you know, are
5:30 tomorrow.
they all a Tuesday evening or the
No,
first
I think
Tuesday evening
they're-
or something?
I think they're spread out.
Is there anything? Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's how the adult center's been too. Maybe we can lock down a day for one of the two.
I think the adult center needs locked down. The comprehensive plan will be temporary,
Yeah.
but the adult center needs to lock down a date, the time, I think.
With my understanding at the first meeting that we all attended, I think they're going to try to do the first Tuesday of every month
Okay.
at 5:30.
Is that what they decided?
That was my
I can't
understanding, yes.
remember.
Maybe, yeah, I can mention it tomorrow too and see if that's the plan or not. If not, maybe we can get something locked down.
We can put it in our calendars and
Yes.
won't schedule anything around
Mhm.
it, so. Okay, all right, if no other new or old, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order the city council meeting for March the 1st, 2021. If everyone could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Fetty, can we get a roll call, please?
Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Present.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs downtown. Mr. Abbott?
We're all good.
All right, streets, alleys, and curbs, Ludlow Hill, Mr. Fryman.
Really good, thank you.
Finance, Mr. Bondurant.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
And Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
I think we got it covered.
Fire Department, Mr. Roulette.
No report.
I've got a couple, 3 things here, guys, I wanted to bring to your attention. Don't forget, March the 11th is the retreat. We will be getting you the itineraries out, along with agendas, and you'll have a packet for that. Just bear with us. It's nothing that you really need to study for or anything. It's gonna be discussion items, but, we're gonna try to get it to you as quick as we can get. I'm waiting on some information to come back before I, get those packets out to you. Don't forget, we got an executive session at 1 PM on Wednesday this week, to cover some litigation, I believe it is. And then I just want to put on everybody's radar, April 24th will be the community cookout, over at Civic Park. It's sort of the, official opening of the park for the year, and we have a cookout for the entire community, and, you guys are very much involved.
Wait, another morning or mid-afternoon?
Yeah, it's like, let me think, I think it's 11 to 2, maybe, I think.
That's what the previous ones were scheduled as, 11
Yeah,
to
I
2.
think it's 11 to 2, Brett. I may have it down in my calendar here.
Is that a Saturday, Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Now, when we met with Main Street last week, were they not wanting to start the farmer's market down there on a certain date?
Yeah, I think that's not until May,
May? Okay.
I think.
I don't
But
have it
yes,
in front
they
of me.
are, but you know what? I'm okay with them being there too,
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
you know, at the same
As long
time.
as- yeah.
Yeah, they're, that's a good topic. I mean, Main Street, you know, it's their farmer's market, but there's talk about moving it downtown this year to see how it goes, which I like that idea. That way it helps merchants too, and see how it goes. They're willing to do that, so. Okay, that's all I had. Anybody got any announcements of their own that they want to make?
I'd like to make one 3 Mile Ridge called, and they said they was very happy with the snow removal.
Oh,
And
great.
they wanted to compliment the
city?
guys, the city that, did all that. They were very happy with it.
I've told you guys, I gauge how well we do on the streets by that man right back there on the back row.
Yes, you did.
If he calls and says, hey, you cost us from having school this morning, then we got problems. But Brad and his team do a really good job.
They did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else, any other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, Mr. Fetty. Supplement to the Code of Ordinance resolution.
All right, yeah, if you look in your packet, this is something we do every year. Any of the ordinances that you passed the previous year, basically what we have to do is we have to get them in the books, and which is contained over there in the clerk treasurer's office. So basically, we just send them away and get them codified and put into the books. So that's all. That's what it amounts to.
What number is this one?
This would be 4.
Any questions on that ordinance? Something we do every year, but if not, then I would entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 4-2021 tonight, so long as it, in one reading, so long as it's unanimous. Motion?
I'll
Make
make a
motion.
motion.
Motion by Lenny,
I'll
second
second
by
it.
Tommy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. No additional new business. Old business, Mr. Weldon, permit fees for Lawrenceburg Community School Corporation renovations.
Thank you, Your Honor. If it pleases the Common Council for City of Lawrenceburg, we have the permit fees for Lawrenceburg Community School Corporation. They're doing a full system renovation, and they have some plans before the Advisory Plan Commission. There are certain permit fees associated with those. The construction ranger, Maxwell Construction, has asked us to consider waiving those. So as the school and Superintendent Carl Gailey is present in the room today, what I would ask for is a vote to either authorize or not authorize the Plan Commission to waive those fees. So I think that they wanted to look to council to have some guidance on whether or not they could waive the fees. They will waive them if you guys authorize them to, or they will not waive them at your direction. So I would open it for discussion and then a vote.
Before, yeah, I know last time we brought this up, we asked for maybe an opinion as far as us being allowed to do that, and that's not an issue.
It's not. So, but legally, we set those fees, and they're intended to just cover some of the expenses that we incur administratively, similar to a lot of fees that we have in the city. And then we waive those based on your normal considerations. Is it a nonprofit? Is it another municipality versus private sector? So those are usually the considerations that take place if we consider waiving a fee. So legally we can do it as long as it's authorized by city council and allowing the Plan Commission to do that. And I can tell you that we have waived fees like that in the past, so this wouldn't be a new thing for us to do.
Since council is one of the ones that approve ordinances, if you deviate from those ordinances, that has to be done by council.
So we have done this in the past, because I don't remember doing it.
We have, it's never come before council, but there was a situation, I think, because there was some turnover. Mike Clark retired, and he typically ran those Plan Commission meetings. And because we had a new director step in for Mike Clark, he had just never done that before. So he wasn't comfortable waiving those fees on his own. He asked for a legal opinion, and so I asked for it to be put on the agenda. Normally, I would say that we would allow the Plan Commission to just make those kind of decisions, but it really is up to you. So you're correct in the sense that we've never asked council to weigh in on this. Council is just the fiscal body for the whole city, for everything. But because there was a little bit of confusion with the Plan Commission, can we do it first and then should we do it second? Because there's a new leadership person there, I thought it was appropriate to just bring it before council. That way you guys can vote. Should we charge fees all the time? Can we waive them in certain circumstances? And you could even give them further direction. Hey, if it's a municipality or a nonprofit versus private sector, but you're allowed to do whatever you like with those fees.
Well,
Mr. Gailey, when's the last time, when was the last project you guys did over there? Was it the
high school
gymnasium?
Gymnasium project.
Okay.
okay, I'm like on the fence on this. I'm not sure. I don't want to set a precedence. Like, are there other entities like the LCD? Would they have to pay a fee, or Dearborn County, if they did something in town, do they have to pay a fee, or are they exempt from that?
No, I mean,
I'm trying to think of other
yeah,
entities that might want to do this, and if we do it for one, we pretty much have to do it for all,
Done
I
it for
think.
the, I think in the past, when the library did an expansion over there, Tony, you maybe remember this, because it was before I was on here.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think I was sitting out here, and I believe it was waived, I believe it was waived in city council.
Really? Okay. And that may make sense. You know, the way I would think of it is, first of all, everyone pays, right? That's just the blanket rule. We
Right.
set the fees. Permit fees are just set for everyone. So waiving them is a special circumstance. And I think that one of the things to consider, and I'm not advocating for or against it, but I think you know, if we think about how things get funded, like a library or a school, they get funded by city and county tax dollars, property taxes. So it's not that we're saying, okay, you don't have to pay just because we like you or don't like it. It's everyone's kind of paying for this stuff together anyway. Whereas if it's a private sector company and they want to come in, then they should have to, you know, reimburse us for some of our fees.
That's what I was sort of thinking of the other entities. I thought of Dearborn County, I thought of LCD, and, you know, whoever. So I'd say if we do it for one, we do it for all, is my opinion. Or if we don't do it for all, we don't do it for none.
Well, and some projects are larger than others too, so that's another thing to consider.
Right. And that's one thing I was thinking, a big project, and if we don't do it, then
Like, we're not, right, if it's a public or a private project, you know, if it's using public money or if it's a private development, that makes a big difference.
right.
And this is using public money. So I don't, you guys are the voting members, but I don't see a problem with that.
Right.
If it's private development, then I think that's a whole different
Right.
animal.
We can kind of make it known to the plan commission, that if anyone ever makes a request, that we bring it back to council, and we can just kind of, you know, set that precedent, rather than trying to have to make a rule right now. We can just say, okay, if anyone wants to request their fees would be waived, they can do that, but it'll come to council. I think that would make the plan commission feel better than trying to make that
And I
decision
think
on their own.
even just like when you're sitting on the BZA and you're forwarding a variance request, or the APC forwards a variance request onto the BZA, and Mike Clark, every time he did that, you'd hear him state, there's no precedent. This does not set a precedent. Each case is an individual case, and there will never be a precedent set based on a variance that's already been done. So these are the standards that everybody pays a fee unless we're going to approve a variance if we agree to do that, and move that the APC would, you know, look favorably upon waiving these if that were the case. So
That's a great point, and that's Justin, Mr. Knopper, that's a great way to handle it, because variances, here's the rules for everyone, but we're gonna say, because of a good reason, we've decided to make an exception, so you guys could vote to have a favorable go on to plan commission, treat it the same way. That's a good idea.
So tonight, are we looking for a motion and a vote to send it to planning commission with a favorable or not favorable, whichever way you want to phrase it, to waive the fees?
Yes, sir, I think that would be
Yeah.
appropriate.
So council's direction would be for the planning and zoning to do it.
Yes, sir.
yeah. Well, I would move that we approve waiving the fees, that we would send a favorable opinion to waive the fees to the Advisory Plan Commission.
Okay.
I'd move to do that.
I'd second that.
Second by Brett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
And Your Honor, Mr. Gailey's here if he wanted, I didn't know if Mr. Gailey wanted to share anything about the project, or
Not sure if
Just
there's
say aye.
questions. You're welcome to ask any questions. If you do have a question, I'm always available to come forward, or like, if you have
Can-
something.
Carl, could you just explain the scope of the project that's going on over there so people have it's on record?
Sure, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Carl Gilly, Superintendent Lawrenceburg Schools, and currently right now we have a project. The approximate cost right now still being firmly kind of estimated is around $35 million. It will touch all 4 buildings. At Lawrenceburg Primary School, we are looking to add 2 classroom wings onto it. So one in the northwest corner and one in the southeast corner of the buildings. So 2 wings, they'll each have 4 classrooms. The reason and intention for that building is maxed out of space. So it will help us with special education areas that we'll be able to have for them. It will also have, as we continue to grow, one of the things that is on the horizon will be early learning childhood. So like preschool classrooms as well are areas that we are looking to be able to add into those areas. We're also looking to add 50 additional parking places to the front entry of Lawrenceburg Primary School. As you come around the bus loop and lane, there's a grassed area there. So we're going to add 50 additional parking places there as well for Lawrenceburg Primary School, so it's closer to get into the entry. We have a lot of large events. If you've been there, Grandparents' Day, activities, parents for coming in for activities, you know that it gets very crowded there. So we're going to add 50 additional parking places. At Central Elementary School, it's a lot of refreshers, paints, carpets, LED lighting throughout at Central Elementary School. We will be doing campus-wide throughout the entire corporation outside LED lighting in the parking lots as well. So that'll be upgrades throughout the entire corporation. At Greendale Middle School, we'll be doing the locker room areas. Will be totally renovated boys and girls locker rooms by the gymnasiums. We will also do some light work near the band and choir rooms to expand some interior rooms. We're going to kind of pull those out so there's additional spacing in those rooms. In the center of the middle school is the media center. That area, and there's 2 classrooms, will all be gutted, and we're going to expand it. We're going to kind of make the 2 classrooms that are existing a little smaller, and then we're going to have a media center in the center, and then we're adding 2 additional classrooms on the other side. So we'll gain 2 classrooms at the middle school, be the updated media center there as well. And then there'll be some other refreshers throughout there, carpets and paints and lighting. So that's middle school. Then the big project is Lawrenceburg High School. Lawrenceburg High School, we are looking to gut the entire 4-story academic wing, and it will be rented then floor by floor. So that's the large bulk of the project and at the high school. So it will be a phased-in project that will take us over 2 years to do that entire project. As we do one floor, move people, have to phase, move them, get to another floor. So it will be over a 2-year period of time that we'll start that. Our intentions are to start a lot of that work this summer. And then also there's some other areas. We're touching a little bit of the cafeteria at the high school, band room, choir room, some of the air handlers, some of the HVAC equipment will also be touched throughout some of the buildings as well. Some of the controls throughout the buildings, some of them are pneumatic. If you kind of are a machine kind of guy, they're pneumatic, so we're going to kind of try to get those switched over so it's easier for our maintenance department to control some of those controls in the buildings as well. So that's a lot of the work that's going to be going on, trying to basically get the entire corporation up to where we need to be right now, and hopefully a lot of it will be energy efficiencies as well that we'll be able to do, which will turn around and provide some return on our dollars as well too.
Great.
That's great. It's refreshing to hear about some updates over there. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no, thank you. The only question for clarification, if I could ask, Your Honor, will be on the permits. Does that include inspection fees or?
Yeah, it would be all in the same.
Okay, so it's permits and inspection fees.
Yes.
That's what my anticipation.
That's
Okay.
typically
That's
what,
what Mr. Johnson had brought to us that night, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would be
Okay.
all in the same, I think.
that's
Okay.
typically you pay
2
the
or
permit,
3.
and in that permit fee, they pay the inspections out of that, so that would,
Exactly.
I would think that would be
Okay, it's
included
together.
in
Thank
it.
you so much. I
So-
appreciate that. The school corporation appreciates
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Mr. Gailey, when was the last time there was a significant update done on the four-story academic wing at the high school?
Ooh, of the high school academic wing,
that specific
I know
area.
there was a 1980 renovation. There was, I think there was a little bit in 1996, I believe. But I want to say probably the last time it was really touched, that 4-story academic wing, 80 was probably the last time there was anything really to do
That's only
in
4
there.
years. Yeah.
So it's time.
Yes, it's time. It's time. So I think we're super excited. It'll be a lot of, new science labs for the kids with all updated equipment and
Yep.
things for them. And so, the classrooms and things. So it should be, corporation-wide, should turn out to be a nice project. So we thank the taxpayers also for supporting that and thank the city as well.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good luck.
If you ever have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Galley. Okay, next item is the Speedway lease, which you have in your packet. Everybody had a chance to review it. It should be everything, I believe, that we've spoken about with RPM Productions. Anybody have any?
Well prepared,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
They covered everything that I remember
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about.
If there are no questions, I would entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to thank everyone in this room. I want to thank the Rudisels, just everybody worked really hard to put this agreement together, and not just that, kind of maximize what we have over there. Billy Kennett and the utility company as well. So it was really a long, thoughtful project from every aspect, and everyone worked really hard on it, gave a lot of time. So thank you for that, and it's going to pay off. This is one of our greatest assets, so thanks to everybody.
And we got a great promoter.
Yes.
We really do. We're fortunate to even be in partnership with them on this. So
Agree with
it's good.
It all worked out for the better, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now all the electric meters and all that are all straightened out. Got-
Got a
Everybody
map and
knows
everything.
who's
Yeah.
doing what. That's the first time since I've ever known.
That they've gone through.
Yeah, to that
Honestly.
too, that would be an exhibit A that we're gonna add to this, correct?
Yes,
They're
sir,
gonna
Mr. Rhodes.
downsize that
That map.
map,
Yeah.
because it was drawn up in there, okay.
I mean, it just took away a lot of the gray areas.
Yes,
you
it
know,
did.
it cleared the waters a lot. So that
Glad you
was.
spearheaded this. Yeah. good job.
Right time to do it. Thanks, guys. Okay, comments from the audience. Anybody have anything? Come on up to the podium and
Your Honor, Carl Gelly, Superintendent Lawrenceburg Schools. As you kind of mentioned earlier, I do want to give kudos to the city workers and just say, phenomenal to work with. If I make a call to them, we work together in tandem in the mornings. When I'm out about 4:30 in the morning, sometimes I'll reach out and I'll just kind of pick his brain on what he thinks, what they've got city-wise. And so I appreciate it. We both got surprised on the one Wednesday afternoon. We had talked earlier in the day about noon and talked about early release, thought we were all good. So, but surprises like that happen. But no, all in all this season, it's just been awkward timing of when things hit, which kind of kept us out of school on some days that were questionable, but nothing that, the city's great to work with. So if you'd please pass it along to all the guys, that I really appreciate their support and help at both cities, Greendale and Lawrenceburg. Thank you.
no problem. Thank you.
Nothing from back of the room? We've been in Florida.
Yeah, we really feel sorry for you. Okay. If not, then I entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Be safe going home.
It's nice to see some faces in the audience.
Yes.
I'm getting real sick of these guys.
Sit back up there and have the room full.